Good afternoon. I have to make sure it's the afternoon or morning. Good afternoon, YouTube and community folks here. Um, I want to make just a couple announcements that I watched ID Jester and I got to thinking about things myself the last 12 hours or so. And he is right on one account, 100% correct. There are games I got sitting over here that I don't play. And for that reason, I am going to sell them on eBay. I'm going to get rid of them on eBay. I've got a price already set in my head that I want for each one. And so that's what that's what I'm hoping for. Now, if somebody here in the eBay, YouTube community decides that they want it, I'll definitely give somebody here on YouTube a better deal than what I would on eBay. First off, I will say that I keep my games in great shape. Okay, I don't have bends, nicks, nicks, cuts, nothing like that on any of my games. I put my stuff. What's up, Harris? Just up. What's going on? I keep my games in good shape. Okay, I'll start with that. But there are some games I don't play. There are some games I do not play. And for that reason, I think I'm going to try to post them on eBay. I don't want to sell a game and have seasons and stuff to go along with it without getting rid of the whole bundle. That's why some of them I've got are bundled up, and I've got a lot of stuff to go with it. A lot of bags of stuff, and it's going to be a lot of weight included in it. But if you figure out how much stuff is worth, then you can kind of figure out what we got going on. First game I don't play is History Maker Baseball. I just don't play it. I just don't play it. But I got a ton of teams to go with it. Now, when you buy it from play.com, you pay $9 for it. Flat 49. Okay? What you get with it, the 1955 two teams in the World Series, the Dodgers and the Yankees, and the Reds and the Red Sox from 75. You can notice what I've also done to them. I've rounded these off. See, I've rounded these off. Okay. What else? What's going on, Keith? What else did I get? I printed out some stuff myself. The 2018 All-Star teams. And they are some big cards. There's no doubt about it. They are some big cards compared to this is what you get with History Maker Baseball. This is the cards I got printed out. And I've got both All-Star teams from 2018. Okay? So far you got 1955 Yankees, 1955 Dodgers, 1975 Reds, 1975 Red Sox. And I've got those all rounded off and cut pretty well. There's a couple of extras in here I didn't. What is this? Oh, okay. These were extra cards. These were some extra cards that I didn't cut. But I must have put that in with the Reds team. I'll put those in by themselves. You know, that right there is not a bad little bundle right there. But then on top of that, I've got a little something else that goes with it. It's called the 1980s teams. Now, some of these I've rounded off, some of these I didn't. That's a whole National League set right there. And that's a whole American League set right there. Some I've rounded, some of them I did not. So that's one of the games I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to sell it on eBay. I've got a price I already set in my mind. I won't. But like I say, I'll give people here on YouTube a little bit of a cut, no doubt about it, because it's but it it's a good bit of stuff. Let me first off show you the inside of the box here. Okay, first off, the box is in great shape, and it even shows you right here the projected 2020 lineups, and then you can see. Well, let's do like this. You can see what I got here. I mean, it looks like it hadn't been touched because it really hasn't been touched too much. I've got so many umpires, a lot of fields, a lot of teams, and a lot more, and a ton more umpires. And then the book looks, hasn't, I've played it, yes, but I haven't played it a lot. And then History Maker Baseball, the park qualities and stuff like that. That's all underneath here. I may even have a thing down here that says, "Hey, thank you, Rob, for purchasing." It may be under here. Here's some cards here. Let's see. 1980 set. So that right there goes there. Pitching qualities and trading. Yep, here we go. Hey, hi, Robert. Here's your copy of History Maker Baseball, Big League Baseball game. Thanks for your purchase. I've got that in there. Clubhouse moods, all this stuff is right there. Good as the day I bought it. That's going to be one of the games I part with because I just don't play it. I just do not play this game. I got to thinking, the more and more ID Jester said stuff, I was like, you know what? He makes a lot of sense. He really does make a lot of sense. There's some games I just do not play, and this is one of them. So that, along with all this, if I've got any more teams that I printed off, I'm going to send it all off at one time. That's going to be one thing. All right. Here's another one I don't play much. There's no mark on Keith. It's just something I don't play. Face to the Mat. Now, I've got, oh, Lord have mercy, how many wrestlers do I have? I've got a lot of them I printed and made up myself. And then Lord knows how many I have. Some were free and some, there's some off the Italians. They were just, they were free ones, but I cut them out. Took the time to do all that, and I don't write on them very often, but some I did, and put TV grades and stuff like that on them. Not a very hard thing to get rid of. I've got some more wrestlers in here, a ton of them. I'll show you the book first off. You can see that the book is, I mean, it's in fabulous shape. Then I've got some wrestlers that I guess right here that they didn't print right, but I've got it on 110 paper. Von Erichs, Dory Funk Jr., King Parsons, Grizzly Smith, the Sheik, Kevin Von Erich, Kerry Von Erich, all them that come with it. And then obviously you got to have this. Now, you notice I don't have dice in here. I will put the dice back in here. I've got all my dice. I keep all my dice here and over there. I got about 100 dice over there. So that's not a big problem. I will fix that. But that's what you get with this and that. You know, it's probably for this one right here, you're about as well off to buy it from Keith, because he charges you a flat fee. I'm going to charge somebody a flat fee, but you know, I don't want to lose too much in the process. But I realize I printed a little bit of some extra stuff here and all, and a lot of people would rather just have a. Yeah, I keep my stuff in pretty darn good shape. So that's one thing I'll say. I keep my stuff in pretty good shape. That's two. Third one right here. I really can't tell you a whole lot about it because I haven't played it a lot. It's golf. And you can see there's the golfing set. It has, now I do use rubber bands here. I know a ton of folks don't like rubber bands. I'm not a big rubber band fan either. But it's got every course that they go to in this season. U.S. Open, you can figure out which course it is or whatever. This is a Downey game. Houston Open, Wyndham Championship. This is a brand new 2018 set. 2018, so it's not brand new. And then it's got the match play rules, playoff rules, big day, bad day, skills B, skills A, Stableford, scoring B, scoring A. It has all that there. So this one right here is not going to be much. I got to find out how much. What's up, Ken? Just showing games I'm getting rid of, man. Just showing games. ID woke me up to some stuff. It's about 200 golfers in here. That's a bunch. There's a bunch right here. I'm talking online. You're okay. Wife's just getting here. She's like, what? But you can see it's a good stack of golfers right there. They're in pretty good shape too. They're not in bad shape. The card stock, I'm going to be terribly, brutally honest on this. These are pretty much, it's just a Downey game. That's what it is. You can go just Google Downey games. The card stock here is cardboard. It's about what it is. It's not a 110. It's not. So if you don't take care of your stuff, you probably don't want this. The colored set right here, that's your courses. That's your courses. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So that's all the courses that they go to over the seasons and stuff like that, along with the U.S. Open. It's got the Masters tournament. It's got the British Open. That I think. Let's see if the British Open is based on one course. So the Open Championship. Here it is. The Open Championship's based on a par 71. So obviously it wouldn't cover each year. They switch every 8 years. So I think it's every 8 years or something like that. Or it may be every 12 years. But this one's based on a par 71 course layout. I won't. You know what? I got to find out what I want for this one. I really don't know because I don't know how much it costs. I bought it. Yeah, I played it on here. I played it on here early on a few times. Yes. Yep, I sure did. I played it a few times. It was okay, but it was not my favorite. So I'm not even going to try to come across and tell you folks, boy, oh boy, I love this game. You gotta have it because it's just going to make your day. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't play it a lot. It's like I say, the 2018 season. Okay, 2018 season. And let me take some of these and put it there. I don't even know what dice come with this, so that's something I got to find out and all too. Uh, yeah, but I was able to pick this one up. He actually, when I got it, he didn't have two left. I got one, and somebody else in the room got one too. You know what? I'm not sure. ID Juster is not the other one that got it. Me and him both got them right there around the same time. So I think maybe he has it. I don't know. But I'll split these up in. How long have you had this? I've had this for October, something like that. And let me see. Do we have any stat sheets and stuff? It has the directions with it. You can see I actually wrote on that, so that's no good. That's no sense giving you that. And this is something my wife made. 1 through 18, and I could just put my golfers down through here. So I'm sure you don't want that stuff either. That's just trash. So if I got a couple of extra ones here, here's some tournament ones. Yeah. All right. I thought I made a few copies. Look at that. Not only did I make a few copies, that's 15 or 20 of them in there. So, and there's the play of the game. You know, golf tournament edition. And it's, oh, good gosh, 30 pages, 20 pages at least, telling you how to play. So, is it 100% great shape? No. But is it crappy shape? No. So, is that a whole? You can play. Yes, right. You can do both ways. You can play it hole by hole if you want to, or you can play a whole round at one time. Yeah, and it shows you how good they are. Round 1, round 2, round 3, and the final round. And then it shows you and it says how it is. You roll the dice anywhere from 11 to 66, and then it'll show you which one you got to base it on, like it's a par 3, par 5, whatever, and then you base it on their par 3, par 5 scores, which if they're D, you know, whatever they are. Par 3, he's a C. Par 4, he's a B. Par 5, he's a B. Putting, he's a B. Driving, he's a D. And each one of them has got a certain, see, it's a whole scale over there, and that's how you do it. And let me show you. Do not have the 28th. All right. See, so this is what you do. This is 11 through 66, and if he's a C golfer, let's say, and you roll a whatever, that's what you end up getting for that hole. You know what? I think scoring B right there, that's for a whole round. That's for a whole round. But you can play it hole by hole like that. And Stableford is just like playing it hole by hole too. So he's an A+ golfer, A golfer, whatever. And then whatever you end up rolling, you end up getting that. But you can see it's got a little bit of a, you see, it's a little bit of a bend, but it's not anything. If you're anal about it, you probably don't want this game. You see, but that's about as good as I've been able to keep it. It's this is where it's been sitting, right there. It's been sitting there, and been having a home right there for the last, I don't know, a few months. So okay. So like I say, I'm definitely not overselling it. I don't want to oversell it at all. This right here, I may well put it in a box. I may well put all this in a box and send this separate. I may do it that way. I think maybe I might do it that way. Just put it in a box, have everything like that, and then have this case to where if you want to use it, you can. It's kind of like a thing for school, or if you don't want to, you can just trash it. It's not the best made thing in the world, but that's what it came in. So we will do that. So, like I say, those 3 games, I am going to be. I take it you listen to Jester's video about his channel change. Yeah, I watched the whole thing, and I just got to thinking, I don't play some of these games, and I'm definitely not looking to gouge anybody. I think for all that baseball stuff, I'm gonna try to get $75, and that's a full season, along with the 75 and 55 sets, 75 and 55 World Series sets, as well as the All-Star teams. That's $100 easy. So if I probably will be trying to get 75, $80 for it tops, and I'm talking about shipping it and everything. That's just the total works of it. I realized you can go to play.com and pay $49 and whatever you got to pay and get a brand new one. So I do not blame anybody in the least. If you would prefer to have one, you open up yourself and say, this is mine. But, my seasons are in pretty good shape. If you don't like rounded corners on some of the cards, you don't want them. And when I say rounded corners, the ones I cut, I actually cut them and made them rounded. But the wrestling game, I don't even know. Like I say, I got to figure out what I want to do with everything. But I think the baseball game, I pretty well have it set. I wanted probably 75 for that. What's up, Sean? But the others, whatever the market price is, I'm gonna go down a little bit on it. But I think I've kept it in pretty good shape. I got a History Maker baseball. Where have I got it? Right here. Along with all this is going to come with it. Let me move this out of the way. History Maker, I've got 1980 National League teams. That's all those. You can see I did cut some of those around the corners. I took some of the corners out. I've got the 1980 American League teams, and you can see some of those I'd already started doing the corners. I didn't do it to all of them. I did to some of them. Then I've got, this is like a lot of different things. First off, I showed this when I first started the video. I've got the 2018 All-Star team. So I printed those out on my own. Some of the stuff I just printed out on my own, or went to wherever and had it printed for me. So I think they had these printed for me. And it's a 2018 All-Star team. And why would the Dodgers not be with the Pirates? Now I don't understand that one. Let me figure this one out. Let me look. Make sure I didn't mess up here. All right, Philadelphia, Miami. That's what some of these cards look like. Gio Gonzalez, Jacob deGrom, Bryce Harper, Brandon Crawford, Miles Mikolas. Now, I don't know why. Oh, that's different. Okay. I got something totally different there. Okay. This is an all-star team. That one's different. I'll show you what the difference is. I will show you what the difference is. Okay. So let me find them and show you. Be the easiest way to do it. Here we go. Here's the 2 all-star teams right there. There's the 2 all-star teams. Okay. Now, I'll also have the 2018 World Series teams. Boston and LA Dodgers. That's what I got. So I got those printed out as well. Dodgers, Red Sox. Then I have the 75 Boston Red Sox, 75. What's up, Joseph Hinkle? 75 Cincinnati Reds. I got to 55 Yankees, 55 Dodgers, and then I've got a slew of cards that are empty that you can place names on if you want to make cards. I've probably got 50 of those at least that I printed, or either I say, here's some more. Here's another one that right there. That's just an empty card right there. So all that's going to go together in that set. And I'm going to send that, and like I say, I'm putting all this on eBay. And the only thing I'm not going to put on eBay is somebody says, Rob, I want it, that kind of deal. And then I'm not putting it on eBay. That's the only reason I'm showing it to you guys, is because if somebody sees something that they want, and that's the same way I want to do. I hope ID Jester will do us. If ID Jester's got some games he wants to sell, and it's like, wow, I want that ID. Maybe he'll be willing to turn it over without having to, mess with eBay and letting them take some of the money from him. eBay will take your money anyway because they tax everything. So I'm very much up on eBay because I sell stuff on eBay a daily basis. But I just thought maybe this was something that might interest somebody. If not, hey, it does not hurt my feelings at all. But I just figured I would show these, and that's a 1980 set, like I say, in the American League, and then that's History Maker Baseball. Yes, it's a whole set, cards and all. It sure is. Yep. I've got better part of 80 umpires, stuff like that. Yep. It's not in bad shape at all. Some of them are rounded off, some of them are not, because I've cut some. Some I did not cut. I've got a corner cutter here, and I just got lazy with some of them. I've got some of the stadiums. I've got the 2020 umpires mixed in with the other umpires. And I've got just the books and everything, everything come with it. I do not have a mat. I do not have any of that. The reason I keep my cards separated from this, I don't want them to get crimped in anything. And I know in this box, it's skinny. It's a skinny box, folks. It is really skinny. So however way I get it to you, I may take it out of this. I may do it some other way. I'm going to put it in a bigger box, and I will pack it for you. Let me show you how I pack some of the stuff that I keep. Hold on. All right. Here's my payoff pitch. This is the way I package them, and this is the way I keep them on a daily basis. That's the way I do things. It's if they accidentally hit the floor, they're not going to go flying to me too much because I got them in a pretty orderly fashion. The baseball, I'm hoping to get $75 flat for it. 75. That's a game. That's a seasons. Everything, all the way across the board. I'll pay the shipping. But I don't want anybody ordering stuff worried about how they're going to get their stuff. It's going to look like this when you get it. Something to that effect. I'll find some sort of box stronger than this kind of box, okay? But that's what, you can kind of figure. It may take an extra day to get there to you, but I would rather see it take an extra day to get to you than I had it all screwed up when you get it. I am not. No, Anthony, not at all. No, not at all. I was showing some people how I'm going to package some of this stuff up. I'm getting rid of my History Maker Baseball. I am getting rid of that. I am going to get rid of that. and a couple other games that I showed earlier. And it's just this is a lot. I mean, this is a lot of weight right here. And that's a pound or two. So you know, it's going to cost me a little bit to get it shipped out, but I don't play it. I do not play it. And, you know, somebody else really looking forward to getting the 21 season next week. Oh, Pop. Yeah. Payoff pitch. Yeah, I know they coming out with it. So right now, let me put this all back. See, this right here, I don't trust that a lot. Like when you're putting them in this thing right here, I don't trust that all the way because I worry about it starting to bend that top card, whoever the top card is, and then the courses. But yeah, I would definitely put that in something better than this. I mean, I think I got it shipped to me just like this in an envelope, but I think I'm going to send this out better in some kind of different way than that. It may cost me a couple more bucks to do it, but I'll feel better knowing that somebody's going to get their stuff in good shape. But yeah, this is a ton of stuff right here. This is a ton of stuff right there. Yeah, that's the way it comes from Downey. Yes, it is. You're correct. You are correct. That's exactly the way it comes from Downey, right there. It may be a piece of could put it in a flat rate box. I guess I could, yeah. And like I say, this right here, I'll probably just take this out, put these in different things, and probably in little plastic protectors, and may take the rubber bands off, may keep the rubber bands on it just to see if it holds them better, whatever. But yeah, I can see Harris is interested in that, so I'm not going to put that. I will let Harris. Harris, I'll let you know first off before you got first dibs on anything on that situation. See, I also have this. So yeah, I've got this too. That's 2020 History Maker Baseball. I hadn't even showed you that yet. Look at that, guys. That's all of them I printed out. I actually paid to get those printed out. But that's all the teams that are like for instance, who is your team, guys? Who is one of your teams? Here's the Phillies. Didi Gregorius is on this team, the 2020 set. Depends, you know, who got traded from some team to another team. Let's see if he's on there. But Gregorius, I'm 99% sure is on this team. Let's see. And you get roughly 22, 21 cards. Zach Wheeler, he's a Philly right there. Josh Harrison. Can you show Garrett Cole's card? I will. I certainly will. Ranger Suarez, Nick Pavetta, Neil Walker with the Phillies now, Arrieta, Jay Bruce, he was there last year, McCutcheon, Kingery, Segura, Didi Gregorius. Didi Gregorius is with the Phillies right there. So, I will. I got you, bro. New York, that's an N. Where's the New York A at? They're in here. They're in here. And you can kind of wander them around in here. It's not going to hurt them too bad. They're not going to. A couple more players are discussing laying out for the season. Freddie Freeman is one that is discussing it with his management team. So if he lays out this season, that could be big. That could be big. Oakland Athletics, I'll show them next. Yep. Let's see. Garrett Cole. And you can see I cut these cards because I print them out myself then, or I had them printed for me. Freddie needs to. Oh yeah, Freddie shouldn't play. I agree, but he's talking to his doctor about it right now, and to his team. I don't know whether it's his management team. There's Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole right there as a Yankee. Yep. Taylor Wade, Aaron Judge, Torres, LeMahieu, Giancarlo Stanton, and Oakland A's. I forgot I had this set, so I might, being that it weighs a little bit more, I might have to go a little bit more with, but not too much more. Who team? Oakland, you said? There's Oakland. Marcus Semien is going to be very interesting. Even Baltimore may be able to compete with all the stars who are not going to play. Well, Baltimore has a problem with, like Boston has. They're pitching, man. I'm telling you. I'm not sure they're double-A pitching even. And in Boston, too. Boston can score 10 runs and still get 11 scored against them. They're in some serious trouble. I did a preview to the season earlier today. Matt Chapman, very good ball player, and picking who I think is going to win divisions. I went with my heart with Philly again, but just because I think, but if you've not seen, where is it at? If you guys have not seen who they picked to win the World Series, then don't jump on me too quick, because the pick to win the World Series this year I thought was just sort of out there, really, because by Vegas standards, the team that was picked to win the World Series, I think, is 16th in Vegas, or 15th, something like that. If you hadn't seen it, it's crazy, but it's a real deal analysis. Let me put these away. It's a real deal analysis of the season. And where is that paper? And it's wild. It really is. If you haven't seen it, they actually picked the Reds to win the World Series. Now, I think that's a little, I'm sorry, that's a little bit of a stretch. And I think, my picks may be bad. I dropped every damn thing. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But my picks may be a stretch, but I didn't pick I didn't pick the Phillies to go to World Series. Come on. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that damn dumb. They're not that good. They may be able to, but I don't think I will ever get to my payoff pitch game. Are you interested in the 79 season? Not really. 79, I don't know if 79 would. The Reds, who picked the Reds was, let me get that piece of paper. I got it in here somewhere. And they, what's the name of them? Geez. They're, Pacoda did. Yeah, Pacoda. That's who it was. Pacoda did. They picked the Reds to win it all. The one thing I don't like about Pacoda or MLB.net, and a couple of them, nobody picked a team to win 40 games. Can't win a World Series when your manager is going to David Bell. I just don't. They may contend for the Central, yeah, but none of these highfalutin, including Vegas, picked a team to win 40 games. A team is going to win 40 games, folks. One team out there is going to win 40. Hell, they play in 60 games. Don't tell me I don't think for a second every team is going to be 39 and 20, something in 20, something in 20, something. I just don't see it. How can 30 teams all be that close? Somebody's going to jump out like a horse way out front and going to run away with something. Now, I personally think it'll be the Dodgers because they're playing a weak AL West and they're playing the NL West. It's not, they're not, they're not going to beat down the fences either. The Dodgers, if they don't win 42, 43 games, I would be very surprised. Woo! Oh, wow. 50. Wow. They don't play but 60, bruh. They're not playing but 60. They're not playing 80. They're only playing 60. Man, you think somebody's going to win 50 games? I'd probably take you up on that bet. I'll probably take you on that bet. Do you think somebody's going to go 50 and 10? I don't know about that. If David Bell manages like his dad, they won't win the Central. The players. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. The Central. When I said I picked to win 40 for sure, Yankees have a shot. I think so too. Who else out there thinks somebody's going to win 50 though? I'm going against you on that one, Harris. I don't think nobody wins 50, bro. 50, good Lord, 50 and 10, that would take, oh my God, that would take, I think 42, 43 is probably going to be the best. I don't see nobody winning 50, man. If somebody wins 50, right home fast, you know what I'm saying? And be like, okay, you're watching the best season ever played by a team. I don't think nobody wins 50, brother. I don't think so. I'm with you, Apple Brian. When I said the Reds were not going to win the World Series, I did not in any case. Yeah. But does anybody see them winning 50, though? Does anybody see the Yankees or the Dodgers winning 50 or the Astros? I just don't see it. And when I see the Reds could win the Central. I think the Central is going to be the closest division out there. I still like Milwaukee. Everybody's picking Milwaukee to finish fourth. A lot of prognosticators are picking the Cubs. A lot of people picking the Cubs, and I don't know about the Cubs. They didn't really do a lot to change their team. The two teams that are getting undervalued, in my opinion, are Toronto in the American League East. Everybody's picking them fourth, and I'm like, why? They're better than the Red Sox. Look at the Red Sox staff. The Astros and Twins both had exactly 40 wins at 60. Yeah. But 50, man, 50 just don't happen, I don't think, bro. 50 just does not happen. My Lord. I mean, that's almost little league stuff. If they could go out there, yeah. Yep. I think somebody's going to win 43 this year because they're going to get 43 is what I think of Dodgers. The Dodgers got to think about it again, too. Totally different schedule. They don't have to play the Nationals. They don't have to play the Braves. They don't have to make the East Coast trip. They don't have to play the Mets. The Mets got good pitching. They don't have to go against those tough Central teams. Cincinnati, St. Louis, none of those teams. And the Dodgers, like you say, the Dodgers have Mookie Wilson. They lost Rue in the whole process, but still, they have got 10 games against the Giants. They got 10 games against the Padres. They got 10 games against Colorado, and they got 10 games against Arizona. Yeah, Dodgers and Yankees ain't going nowhere. We'll see. But you got 40 in-division games. And none of those teams within that division are picked to have a winning record. So can they win 30 of those? Why couldn't they? Dodgers should win 60. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. You get a team to beat up on. Yeah. You know what? The Mariners was picked second worst team. They 23 or 24. Postseason, they're going to roll with it, like any other postseason. You're gonna have wild cards and everything. Yeah, the Padres. The only problem with the Padres are they're coming up. The Dodgers are already up there, and they're just in the wrong division. If they were in the Central Division, I would give them a hell of a chance. I would give them one heck of a chance. But the Padres just cannot win that division with the Dodgers. The Dodgers just have way too much. They really do. And, daily, that's the thing. We know already the Nats already have Ryan Zimmerman and Joe Ross, and they say another player is grumbling about not wanting to play. I'm hearing the name is Juan Soto. If Juan Soto does not play for the Nats, then you pull Freeman and Markakis out from out from Atlanta. Philadelphia is right there, brothers. I'm telling you. Philadelphia right now has not had anybody, although Zach Wheeler has talked about he may not play, but they've not had anybody back out yet. They've had some guys that already had the COVID, and they're getting back into the steam of things now. But it's going to be very, very interesting, especially when teams start saying, "I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play." And MLB is totally different from hockey. Hockey's starting they're going to start, what is it, the 12th, Monday, 13th. They're going to start physicals league-wide, and it's not team doctors. It's league doctors. If you don't pass that physical, you're out of here. Personally, don't think many people will consider this season's results to be legitimate results. Will be quickly forgotten. Keith, the thing of it is, all right, Harris, have a good one, bud. The thing of it is, it may be more watched than anything. It may be one of the most watched ever, just due to the fact it's going to be so different. Teams, it's you got people now that are maybe not legit. Let's say that. Okay, well, I'm a Miami Marlins fan, but if they come out the gate and go 8-1, they might be able to do something. That's the thing. You're going to have some team out there going to surprise the heck out of us. They're going to come out the gate. They're going to play well, and they're not going to put the brakes on. They're going to get some decent pitching, and they're going to get timely hitting. And, you're not going to make heads or tails of it. It could be the Rangers. That's a team I'm watching out for that's not supposed to be very good. They're not supposed to be real good at all. The Indians is a team, I just never discount the Indians ever. And, really out west, like you say, the Padres, if they can come out the gate, blasting, that's a team that could do something. You don't think a casual fan going to take? I don't know. I'll tell you, if baseball's going to be on the tube all day long, and they're talking like they're going to start games at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're just going to play throughout the day. I don't see them. I think a lot of people that watched it wouldn't normally watch. I watched the MLS game this morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. D. Scott was still in bed, I guess, at 6 a.m. And, I actually saw a little while ago that it got pretty good ratings. An MLS game at 9 a.m. in the morning. They're just coming back. They're in the playoffs. They're doing, but it got pretty good ratings this morning. It was an ESPN game. They publicly, I mean, they made it real public. Okay, it's going to be a 9 a.m. game. And then Friday night, we're going to have this game. And then Saturday, all day, they're going to be playing. But they're playing down in Orlando. I really don't understand the thinking behind playing in Orlando. Uh, you know, at 8 o'clock this morning, it's 88 degrees and 99% humidity, and it felt like 99 out there. Why couldn't they have found a better place to play than that? And I wouldn't have even cared if they went to an inside facility, you know, but it's big enough to, you know, to hold up a soccer team. You know, a lot of people have a lot on their minds these days. Don't know baseball is high on the list. Yeah, and it depends. It's regional too, man. It really is regional. I'm telling you, right now, if you every person in here almost is from a different state. You got so much different legislation out there. You got so much different things going on. Sounders have a 6 a.m. game coming. Yeah. Union actually won 1-0 today. 1-0. 1-0. Wow, there are some games canceled in the MLS. Well, they just went straight to the playoffs, Master. They're playing playoffs now. So now they're playing kind of like yeah, I am too, Anthony. I think a lot of people. I think we're discrediting a lot of people that's going to watch baseball. I think a lot of people's going to watch baseball. Yeah, Nashville and yeah, 2 teams dropped out. Nashville and what was the other team? Dallas. So now they're going to put all of them in 4, 4, 4, and 4 because the one that was with San Jose and with Seattle, they're putting Chicago in with them. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see football move to the spring, competing with next year's baseball. APBA, the only reason they will not change a thing with football is the dollar. That is $1 billion sport. We're not talking about millions here. That's billions. NFL, the only way they're not going to play is if if all the players decide we're not going to play. If they get on some kind of stick that, okay, we're not playing for whatever reason, we're going on strike. But if they don't go on strike, they'll be playing. They'll be on every television set possible. If an NFL team dropped out, are they still in the draft lottery? Keith, the way I understand it now is if one of the first round teams, let's say Edmonton, Chicago, one of those teams were to drop out due to coronavirus, then it has to be looked upon by what's his name, the head guy over the NHL, and he's going to come to a conclusion whether they still get a ping pong ball in there or not for the #1 overall pick. If he sees that it's unjust and they just pretty much quote unquote backed out because for whatever reason they might not have had a stronger team or whatever, then he can deem them out of it and just put 7 balls in the tank then. But I don't think you're going to have many teams backing out right now. I think a lot of teams are hoping that they, can strike gold and I think more teams are looking to win the cup than they are trying to get #1 pick. Although I'm telling you, this kid coming out is something special. He is something special. NFL rumors didn't sound good yesterday. Owners want a 35% salary cut. I heard some players won't play. Yeah, well, if the NFL can't agree on what they got going on for the season, then they've got a lot of problems. But if the ownership and the players are on the same page, they're going to play because there's so many millions of dollars floating through Vegas, Atlantic City, wherever, and it's people doing it online now. You don't even have to be in Vegas to do it no more. you can do your own line. You can do your own line stuff now. You can place a bet, and it's not that much of a problem anymore. So a lot of states are allowing the sports gambling, and you know, if you, like I say, if you contact somebody in Vegas, they can put a bet down for you. The Ivy League dropped fall sports. Yep, spring last March when the Ivy League shut down. Everybody shut down in 48 hours. Not saying that will. Yeah, you're right. Some teams, and the fact is, Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, Stanford, a couple other teams. University of Cincinnati dropped everything but two things: college basketball, men's college basketball, and college football. That's it. They're money makers. That's the only reason they kept them. Players don't want preseason games, but the owners want the TV revenue. The way I understand, they were going to get rid of the all but one, maybe. Have a good one, guys. Need it back to all right, Bleacher Bums. Have a good one, Anthony. Way I understand, it's not going to be over one preseason game. The players were going to win on that one. What's up, chatter? I just don't see them not playing this year. We'll see. Of course, now look, I'm down in the backwoods, man. I'm down here in the backwoods. I'm out here in the country where it looks like we may get us a little drop of rain, and I don't see a stoplight around me, and I'm just around a bunch of country folks down here. There's a lot of states I know not in the shape that we're in a lot worse shape. Up in the Northeast, down in the Southeast too. You go from South Carolina down to Florida, that stuff is just running rampant now. But you really, in this state right now, it's not. I'm not saying it's not bad. What would Goodell do if there is a severe backlash for his social policies? Well, Keith, it's severe backlash right now on some of the stuff he's doing. Allowing them to kneel and stuff. There's a lot of backlash. He's been putting up with backlash for years. His thing is, though, the almighty dollar. That's all Goodell is worried about. He's going to appease the players. He doesn't care. I mean, anybody thinks that this guy really cares about, one thing or the other. He doesn't. He cares about the almighty dollar. That's it. He's going to appease the players. If the players want this, players want that. If enough of them come to him about it, we're not going to play unless this happens. Okay, we'll make that happen. All right, now let's get out there and play. That's all he's about. That's why people don't like him. He's a hypocrite. He really is. The one from the NHL, I think he played as a kid. He may have been a junior player or something at one time. And he actually sits down with the players and talks to them. He sits down with the owners and talks to them. I don't think Goodell does that. I think Goodell's sitting somewhere. The owners hired Goodell, and his job is to care about owners. Well, the fact is, Goodell has to make it good with the players too, or they're going to sit out. What's up, Ole? So he has to make good with them. But like you say, sometimes it's at the owner's expense. He has to play, both sides of the room. He has to play good cop, bad cop, that type deal. They didn't really want this to happen, but you know what? Since I'm sitting here, I'll make it happen. And okay, you know what? Those players really don't want to come out here and play for you like this, but you know what? I'll see if I can talk to them. That kind of deal. That's all he is. He's a mediator. He is, yeah, that's what he is. He's a mediator, and he is a word. I mean, you beat him in Scrabble, you don't beat somebody, because he knows every word in the book, and he knows how to use them. He knows how to use them, and he can get people to do things for him. And then on top of that, he's got lobbyists stacked out there. So, It's crazy, but that's the way. Goodell, you know what? I've heard a lot of people say Manfred. Manfred is just all he is a head, a talking head. That he really wasn't the man in charge. Even I don't know. Yeah, Manfred is. I agree. I don't like him either. Goodell, I think he's a good liar though. I think Goodell is a good professional liar, but um, I think the guy in the NHL is the best. To me, I'm out there. He, to me, he's easier. He'll hop right on the, on TV and talk to somebody. He doesn't have to prepare a statement. He doesn't read off a board or something. I would much rather listen to him. I know a lot of people don't like him either. Mediator who works for the owner so they don't have to deal with NFLPA. Yeah. Manfred and Goodell must be related. You know what? They're doing their jobs. And nobody's fired them yet. Think about that. Goodell's been there for a good while. Nobody's gotten rid of him yet. He's getting it. He's getting it. A professional, professional, whatever you want to call them. Dealers with whatever they have to deal with, they do it. They deal with it. And hey, they're pretty good at it. They are pretty good at it. And Goodell, he's met up with a couple of instances where people say, okay, we're going to walk if this doesn't happen. And had to be pretty quick on it, pretty quick to decide, okay, we're going to do this, or we're not going to do this. And his group, whoever he's got as his inside group, has to be pretty good too. They can't be stupid. May not be the most well-liked people. They mangled in Goodell's at the pleasure of the owners to take spotlight off them. Yeah, I'm still mad at the Astros. They didn't get very much taken away from them. Yeah, the Astros really are getting lucky this year. They don't have to play in front of any fans. Allowing the Astros to steal a trophy. Remember Rozelle and Al Davis had a feud back in the day. Yeah, Al Davis couldn't stand Rozelle. He even told him, he told Pete, he said something about, I don't know who's going to visit whose grave first, but all I know is if I visit yours first, all I'm going to do is smile all the way home. And I mean, Al Davis, if you ever saw Al Davis, he looked like one of the Sopranos. I'm telling you, he's not one guy you want to turn your back on back in the day. It's a piece of metal referring to the Commissioner Trophy. The Astros don't have to face Chapman. No. Al Davis didn't like a lot of folks. Al Davis did not like. He didn't get along. He didn't get along with the owner of the Bears for a few years there. They had their little problems early on. I'm talking about when the 60s and stuff, AFL, NFL type deal. Hallis fans, yeah, Hallis didn't get along with them, and well, what it was, Al Davis wanted more of the pie. Al Davis was all about money. And then eventually Al Davis had some sons, and his sons told him, look, if money is not what we can get, why can't we get good players? And who is the most intimidating pitcher in the AL? Which he's had his best days. Yeah. Bumgarner's still in the AL West. I mean, in the West though, so I don't know, but I don't know. Probably the kid, the one from down here in Virginia, that married the model. What's his name? Justin Verlander. I'd say Verlander. He's the most intimidating, I would think. But why Hallis and Davis? Hallis, he came along with the great idea of going to, AFC, NFC, or somebody in that family deal. Still Randy Randy Johnson. Yep. But where? Arizona or Seattle? Um, the Hallis family, very few people ever spoke bad of the Hallis family ever. And Al Davis just ripped into them. But Al Davis ripped into a lot of people. You know, he never liked, what was it, after the 78 AFC championship, was it Rocky Bleier and him went to the side, and Rocky said something about how did he put it? We want to win a title against Dallas. Why don't you put a hit on Staubach? And then he looked back at him and asked him how much he willing to give me. I mean, and that was all in joke. It was all in fun. But my man looked at him and looked at him and said, how much? Al Davis, you just never knew when Al Davis was carrying on or when he was serious. That's just was Al Davis for you. He was a rugged looking. I still say Verlander. I think Verlander. Walker Buehler, Bumgarner is my wife's Lori's least favorite player. Everybody in Kansas City cringes when he turns up. Bumgarner. What games are coming tonight? Al Davis admired Hitler. All right, I ain't gonna go on a Hitler rant. What game do we want to have go tonight? I had so many people ask about soccer. I think we're gonna go with soccer tonight. Oh wow. But who? I don't know. We're gonna play an MLS game, I think, tonight. The only reason I like Bumgarner could throw the ball up and it never looked like it was going. I mean, it never looked like it'd even get to the plate. It always looked low, and people just swing at it. I'm like, stand there 4 pitches and can't you get a walk? It didn't look like he ever threw a strike. So he must have had some mean looking breaking balls and curveball, split fingers or whatever he had. It must have been mean because the balls always look like he would do it like that to me. Instead of crossing the plate, it would go zoop, zoop, and look like he hit the plate all the time. And you just had guys look up there swinging the bat, look like a kid that's 5 years old, never had a bat in their hand in their life. He can make people look bad. Play a couple of mediocre teams, Rob. All right, I will. I'll play a couple of mediocre teams. I will not play the worst, and I will not play. Yeah, it looked like a wiffle ball going up to the plate when he throw it, but it never did go up. I mean, it never did set. He never did throw a straight pitch. It was always curving some kind of way, and he was astounding to watch. He's a North Carolina kid. He's a North Carolina kid. If you ever hear him talk, he and I sound a whole lot alike. Verlander, he's more polished. He is a polished Virginian. I'm not a polished Virginian. But he lives down in the southern part of Virginia where he's from an hour away. Between me and Demos, we could get there to his house about the same time. His arm is almost sidearm, but not quite. Yeah. And almost a little bit. It's real weird the way he throws the ball. But it's going to be interesting to see if he doesn't have to bat this year. Mrs. Rob coming by here. And but you're right.
She has a meeting in 15 minutes.
She has a meeting in 15 minutes, so in 5 minutes I'm going off the air here. So yeah, I just wanted to announce that I'm going. Like I say, I got so many games on my shelf here that I'm going to do an ID gesture as well, and I'm going to put a couple of 3 on eBay. If somebody sees a game that they want, let me know. I will give you a better deal than what I would put on eBay. Plus, you don't get taxed. Do you see Garoppolo improving next season? Garoppolo's a good quarterback. I don't call him a great quarterback. If he gets better, I hope they let Baumgartner DH. Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Verlander went to OD. Mad Baum drafted out of high school and used a fake name to do a rodeo. Verlander, I tell you, mad props to Verlander. Look at Verlander now. I mean, this dude is not a Rob Lowe. I don't care what anybody says. And look where he landed with. My man, yeah, he's a great baseball player, yes. But she's not even, she still wears her Yankee colors. When she goes to play the Yankees, she still wears Yankee shirts and stuff. So, you know, it's not like she looked at him and said, oh boy, you know, he's a Yankee pitcher. I got to get together with him. Nope. So big shout out to Verlander. Wow, the way he worked out messing Dayton or whatever he did with her. Big props, because she's like 10 years younger. Oh, not quite. She's about 5 years younger, 3 or 4 years younger, something like that. But anyway, you know, he why would I look at Verlander when I can look at Kate Upton? That's it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, Kate Upton, she went to all the New York Yankee games. Was she the one who had the commercial with a horse? I'll show you Kate Upton. If you've never seen Kate Upton, I'll show you a photo of her. Photo of Kate Upton. There's Kate.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's real pretty. See how old she is. And they have a couple kids, I think. How old is Kate Upton?
They have one.
28. She's only 28, guys. And so it's about 10 years difference. How old is Justin Verlander? I think he's 37. Yep. So it's 9 years difference in them. 37 and 28. So I thought it was less than that. But yeah, they've been married a couple years. Now, I won't even say what I think happened. As I always say, I think after a while, those models get tired here and there, whatever. So when he retires, who knows? She may jump another direction, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Best of luck to Verlander and the Astros for the season. Like I say, the games I presented early on in the video, I'm going to be posting them up on eBay Monday. You get in contact with me prior to Monday. I will figure out what I want. Has Tom Brady bought a new house yet? You know what I've not heard? I have not heard. Brady lays low, man. Brady lays so low. He was staying in, was it A-Rod's house? Not A-Rod's. He was staying in ownership man of Miami. What's his name? Jeter. He was staying in Jeter's house down around Orlando, Tampa area, somewhere in between there. So he is still deciding on what he's going to do, I think. But I think he's just staying there for a while. So yeah. I like I say, the three games I posted up, I gotta come up with some kind of what I'm gonna post online as a price. And then if somebody wants it here, I'll give it to them for less. I'll send it out probably by Monday. I'll pack it up really, really well. And I'm definitely, like I say, I'm not out here to scooch anybody's money, but I kept the stuff in real good shape. So all you got to do is go back, look at the video earlier, and you'll see all the stuff that I presented that I'm going to be getting rid of. And like I say, if I don't hear anything from anybody here, it's much much love to everybody in here anyway. I don't have any problems with anybody. I just figured I would show it. And then that way, if somebody was like, wow, you know what, I'd like to have that. I don't want to break sets up with stuff, though, if I don't have to. If somebody sees something they really, really want, I might would. But I prefer my History Maker baseball, the 2020 set, the 1980 set, the 1955 World Series set, the 1975 World Series set, 2018 World Series set, and the 2018 All-Star set. I would prefer to put it all together, put it in a box, and send it. That's what I would prefer to do. And like I say, it's going to be a lot of weight, but I'm going to try to pack it in as nice as I can, as neat as I can. And I'll say it this way. I want to send it to you the way I would like to get it. That's the way I'll do it, and I don't do it any other way. You all have a great, great day. Go back and watch the video. Like I say, Monday, if I don't hear from anybody between now and Monday, then I'll definitely be posting it up on eBay. But save you a little money. Get it ahead of time, and I'll let you have it for less. And I'll talk to you soon, guys. God bless. And this evening, MLS. I'll play 2 MLS teams. Not the best, not the worst, not Seattle, not Philly. I promise. It'll be 2 mediocre teams from 2018. Have a good one, guys. God bless.